Hold up! I have 3 sneaky steals in this draft. If you're playing in a Dynasty League, you could pick these guys up and they could be something for you in the future. We don't want anybody to know this, but here on the Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network, we're going to teach you all the steals you need. Let's go over the first guy. Malachi Corley, out of Western Kentucky. He is an explosive playmaker here. I mean, he's got that physicality, yards after the catch, contact bounce. We're talking about 79 receptions, 989 yards, 11 touchdowns, which gave him a 12.5 average. Now, I'm telling you guys, he is more of a slot wide receiver, but in the NFL, a lot of times you get a lot of production out of these types of receivers. These smaller type of receivers that can go out there, make a move on these linebackers or nickelbacks, and they can get open for a nice chunk yardage. I think Corley can do that for you. So we talk about, he just speeds up really quickly downfield, definitely in these short areas. He catches everything, shown that anything that was thrown pretty much on target, he was coming down with. I love watching some of this guy's film, and you can just see this guy jumping off the page at you. Somebody who can really be a steal for you in your draft. Somebody you can get later on, depending on, what his draft capital is going to be and what team he goes to, but could end up being a massive steal for you. So let's talk about, it's comfortable working in traffic. As a sophomore, he put up 1,293 yards and a touchdown. That was in 2022. We're talking about good vision. He's just really tenacious after the catch. Now, the one thing I have to say to him, probably because of his little bit of a height, 5'11", is his ability to high point some of these catches. He's more of a shifty guy, explosive little playmaker who could take a nice little 4 or 5 yard in route, out route, whatever the case is, and can really take it to the house. Somebody that could produce at a fantasy football very high level for you. So without further ado, let's go over to our second sneaky player. We're going over Ray Davis, that running back out of Kentucky. I'm really liking what I see out of this guy. He's a really good physical type of runner. He's kind of got the NFL type of strength, good pad level, quick feet, yards after the contact. We're talking about 199 carries, 1,129 yards, and 14 touchdowns, along with 33 receptions for 323 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's a very patient and decisive runner. I like what I've seen when he's going up against these matchups, maybe a lot bigger linebackers, and he's able to take them on and be pretty productive with it, especially in somewhere as like Kentucky, really not known as this school that's going to dominate as far as NFL production, but Ray Davis could definitely give you that. So, we're talking about he can really shake defenders in the gap with decisive acceleration. Now, he is an older prospect, and he doesn't have that top end speed that you like to see from a running back, but I think he has the ability, the vision, and he's got like I said, the contact balance is what I really like about this guy, who I think he can make himself known or some type of name in the NFL. If he's just kind of clears up a little bit of things that he's got going on for him, I think he could be really, really productive. Now, again, really sneaky. Let's go with the next guy here. Javon Sanders, that tight end out of Texas. Now, I know he may be a little bit undersized, but that's okay. We're talking about projected to run a 4.5 speed at the combines. Extremely athletic tight end that's really going to be a nightmare against opposing linebackers. 45 receptions, 682 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This guy is a very good route runner. I know he's a little bit undersized as far as what we like to see with 6'4". He may not be that 6'6", 6'7" terror that we all like to see, but he has the talent and the capabilities to make some things happen. This guy could be a freak type of athlete. Who knows what we get out of this guy? He could be even maybe outproduce somebody like a Kyle Pitts, who we thought was going to be a freak of nature. And I think Javon Sanders is a freak of nature himself, just with the talent that I can see for him week in and week out. Sometimes he was maybe out of the game plan. Maybe Ewers wasn't really throwing him the ball as much as he wanted to, but we've seen him make plays, and I think given him the right opportunity into the NFL, he also could make some solid plays for you. Tight ends, not a lot of people are going crazy about drafting tight ends anyway. Javon Sanders right now, maybe 2, maybe 3 on some people's list. But if you're able to swoop this guy up, who knows what they might do? Maybe like a Dalton Kincaid type of player, where he's really that pass catching specialist, not really meant to go in there and do a lot of run blocking, but there to make a name for himself. But guys, these are 3 sneaky players that you got to get if you're in a dynasty league towards the later ends of your draft, maybe a little to middle to late. But it all depends on the draft capital. All depends depends on where they get drafted in the NFL draft. Guys, we're going to be keeping you updated all throughout the offseason to make sure you are making the best decisions possible come draft day and to ultimately win that championship. Hit the like button for me. Hit the subscribe button for me. We're really approaching, going towards 800 subscribers is our next goal. Can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.